Hello everyone, I'm Bon Mark Lauron,
I am Giselle Joyce Villanige.
and we are students from Leyte Normal University. And today, we will share to you information about something really important. It may seem to be a thing that you believe that you should not really think about, but believe us guys, you should.
This is an innate talent and it is all around us every moment. We do this all the time and you do this all the time.
It is exchanging of ideas by a person to another, or conveying messages and feelings. Without it, the world will be lifeless. The world won't make sense. It is what we are going to tackle today, and it is all about communication.
According to Communication Assessment Learning Lab, communication is one of the most essential parts of our lives and is defined as the medium of sending and receiving thoughts between people. Communication lets us express ourselves, our views and opinions. It plays a vital role in the personality of an individual.
We communicate with a lot of people. Words, intonations, tone, gestures, eye contact, body language, facial expressions. Everything matters a lot. It communicates different meanings to connect people.
Based on an article written by Johnson, communication is effective if everything in the communication process goes as planned. The receiver understands the message in the way the sender intended.
It was further stated that it prevents misunderstandings and can enrich personal relationships. Professionally, this allows proper procedures to be executed correctly and on time, increasing productivity and saving money.
And since communication varies from one way to another, the concept of communication theory comes in.
Communication theory was proposed by S.F. Scudder in the year 1980. In an article about communication theory, it is stated there that all living beings existing on the planet communicate. But the way of communication is different. You will acquire knowledge about 5 communication theories that will be discussed later. The 5 theories that will be tackled are structural theory, organizational culture theory, organizational information theory, dramatism, and rhetoric theory. This is Jeremy DeSanta telling you to stay where you are, relax, sit, and learn.
Tasks we are asked to do, members of an organization use rules to state expectations of behavior and communication within the organization. In our school, Leyte Normal University, the instructors provide the students with a course syllabus, a blueprint of rules for the class, in which the structure is created and maintained, a set of tasks to be done and what is expected of us. This is the focus of structural theory.
The second theory to discuss is about organizational culture theory. According to Manette, organizational culture refers to the values, beliefs, attitudes, and behavioral patterns shared by organizational members in pursuit of organizational goals, which gives the organization a distinctive character. Petronoski and Otinel Trujillo argue that organizational culture theory invites all researchers to observe, record, and make sense of the communicative behavior of organizational members. They embrace the totality or lived experience within organizations. The theorist paints a broad stroke in their understanding of organizations by stating that culture is not something an organization has. A culture is something an organization is. This is Jason Chuka. Stay tuned for more info.
So, Ms. Alisa, what can you say about the emotional and psychological climate or atmosphere in the organization you belong to?
Okay, so you mentioned emotional and psychological, right? So I will first start with emotional. So as for emotional atmosphere, it is quite, parang hindi siya pressure. There is no pressure between us. We work as a team, we work collaboratively. And as for the psychological, I can say that being a member or being a representative or any other officer or position in an English or in any organization, it is quite a burden, at the same time a responsibility. In psychological aspect, it will test your patience and test your limits as to how far will you go.
So, the next question is, what are your everyday routine and conversation to the other members of the organization?
Well, in my everyday routine, I go to school, work hard, and each time I do my best to excel. As for the conversation, I have my own version of two types of conversation. I am into formal and casual. Casual conversation. I am into formal when I am speaking or when I am talking to my teacher in a classroom. Casual when I am talking to my friends or classmates.
So, the next question, are there customs and ceremonies done exclusively by your group?
Group, you mean by the organization?
Yes, by your organization.
Well, yes, we do have it. It will be qualified as a ceremony, but we do have exclusive meetings for the officers.
Okay, so based on your observation and as the class representative of SE14, the English Circle, how will you describe the behavior of the other members of the organization?
Their behavior? Well, I can say they are very hardworking and responsible. They showed what kind of leadership, what kind of leader they are.
What is in your organization that other organizations do not have?
Well, to tell you honestly, what we have or what is an edge to any other organization is we are an English organization. So that is one edge. So we trained to be masters of English because, as you can see, English Circle is an academic organization.
That's all. Thank you, Ms. Alisa.
We were fed up with knowledge on the structure of the organization in terms of the roles and its rules that guide its members, and by culture of an organization that makes itself. Now, we will focus on the attentions in organizing information. Carl Wick developed an approach to describe the process by which organizations collect, manage, and use the information that they receive. This is the concept of organizational information theory.
All universities go through to admit not just freshmen but also returnees. Can you still remember that during the enrollment, some of the former students conducted research giving some enrollees survey questionnaires to find out what criteria matter to potential students? Suggestions for programs, activities, and rules to make the university more convenient. Is it because of the facilities in the school or the quality of education to give? Afterwards, with the data collected taken into consideration, the school will use this information to develop innovative ideas that appeal to the future students of the university. Then the school will collect feedback and monitors the reactions of the students. This is the university's way of assisting students by providing them information. Then they will decode the feedbacks and encode actions to address issues and concerns.
Do you have someone that you can always count on? For me, it was Jenna. From grade school to college, she was my best friend. And whatever I needed, she was always there. Jenna, can I have some of your gummy bears? Of course. Jenna, I forgot to bring my lunch. Here, have some of mine. Jenna, do you want to go to McDonald's? How are you always hungry?
Was the public speaking a success? Who do you think is behind this success? It may lie in the writings of Aristotle published more than 25 centuries ago. What do you notice about the quality of the speaker had that made the audience listen to her or him? Yes, persuasion. The next theory is the rhetorical theory. It centers on the notion of rhetoric, which Aristotle calls the available means of persuasion. That is, a speaker who is interested in persuading his or her audience should consider three rhetorical proofs: logic, emotion, and ethics or credibility. Based on the research, Aristotle's rhetoric remains an influential theoretical foundation in communication studies. Students of public speaking have benefited greatly from the words and values of Aristotle. And for this reason, the theory will resonate deeply for years to come.
The last theory to be discussed is about traumatism. According to Kenneth Burke, traumatism is a method of analysis and a corresponding critique of terminology designed to show that the most direct route to their study of human relations and human motives is via a methodical inquiry into cycles or clusters of terms and functions.
Who is this stupid God? Stupido talaga itong putang akong ganun. You created something perfect, and then you think of an event that would tempt and destroy the quality of your work.
There are so many things that was said about him. There's a psychological report about him. No? I cannot enter into his soul, no? But we have to pray that he stops what he's doing because it's...
Our freedom of religion includes the freedom not to believe in any religion. Roque adds, Filipinos should just accept that the president talks that way. Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo also defends Duterte. He says the president is a very spiritual person and Catholics should not vilify him for his opinion.
Burke's theory of dramatism allows us to analyze both rhetorical choices in this situation and netizens' responses to his words. Drama is a useful metaphor for Burke's ideas for three reasons. 1. Drama indicates a grand sweep, and Burke does not make limited claims. His goal is to theorize about the whole range of human experience. The dramatic metaphor is particularly useful in describing human relationships because it is grounded in interaction or dialogue. In its dialogue, drama both models relationships and illuminates relationships. 2. Drama tends to follow recognizable types of genres: comedy, musical, melodrama, and so forth.
Burke feels that the very way we structure and use language may be related to the way these human dramas are played out. As Barry Bromett observes, words string out into pattern discourses at the macroscopic level of whole texts or discourses. Burke argues that recurring patterns underlying text partially account for how those texts move us.
Communication theories are indeed important to our lives. This is only a taste of its significance, and as you dig deeper and have an in-depth research, you will savor more of its flavor. We all observe that learning about communication theory helps our critical thinking skills develop. We are informed about the value of research across different fields of study that aids us in understanding the world around us. Chaffee stated in their book One Final Reason to study theories of communication. It pertains to an area that is likely to be most important in your life. You. I will end this with a lesson taken from that book. Through communication theories, you get to learn about who you are, how you function in the society, the influence you are able to have on others, the extent to which you are influenced by the media, how you behave in various circumstances, and what motivates your decisions. Unravel its complexity, understand, then apply.